Welcome back to the Commerce Collective podcast brought to you by Flywheel. You're listening in to our unBoxed 2024 coverage recorded live from Austin, Texas from the Amazon Ads Partners Content Studio. And in this episode, we're going to cover what it takes to be named not only a finalist, but a winner in the Amazon Ads Partners Awards, specifically the Challenger Brand Award. There's no win without a partnership between an agency, a brand, and Amazon Ads. And I'm excited that today we get to talk about how Flywheel and our guest utilize just about every single Amazon Ads solution out there to accomplish a hefty goal for a small brand. Let's get right into it.
I'm Kirsten. I'm our Director of Marketing here at Megababe, and we are a self-funded, women-founded, women-run, clean personal care company. Our focus is helping women feel very normal about the quote-unquote taboo issues that society has sort of made up, whether it's chafe, hemorrhoids, BO, sweat. We're here to just normalize all of those topics.
Amazing. I want you to know that I've never met Katie Storino, but she feels like my best friend because she appears on my Instagram feed all the time. And it's like, girl, I'm with you. You don't know me, but I know you. And
Katie is everyone's best friend, whether or not she's met you. So I think that's like a great way to put it.
Incredible. Okay. Before we get into the weeds here, I am going to just ask you, what is the last thing you purchased on Amazon?
The last thing I purchased on Amazon, it feels like a lightning round, was a bunch of bully sticks for my dog who is obsessed. So I have to purchase them every week, every other week. Yeah.
I love the bully stick because my dogs have yet to actually choke on them. And I'm like,
yeah.
Major
knock
win.
On wood. We're not trying to manifest that. Okay.
No. Gross concept, but it's the thing works, I guess. Okay, so today we are covering everything that went into the submission between Megababe and Flywheel and winning this Challenger Partner Awards category. And so the story that we highlighted in this submission was that Megababe worked with Flywheel and the Perpetua by Flywheel platform to develop a full funnel strategy that addressed increased share, new to brand sales, and overall awareness of the brand. I'm thinking we break down this conversation into challenge, strategy, action, results. That doesn't seem too terrible, if that sounds good with you.
That sounds great to me. Thank you.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the challenges that Megababe faces, just as a brand in the very competitive world of Amazon, where you have those megalith brands that are out there also selling products within a similar space? What are some of those challenges?
Yeah, for sure. So, of course, we are a super small brand. When we started in 2017, there wasn't really a whole lot of anti-chafe products. And so I think since we launched in 2017, there's been almost I think the stat is 500% increase, similar products across the Amazon ecosystem. So the category continues to grow, and it's really important for us that we just continue to take up more space, have that share of voice. But we also have a brand awareness problem. As a small brand in a very competitive personal care space, it's really important for us to start moving beyond the bottom of the funnel and just push our way up a little bit just to bring in new audiences. And Perpetua was able to help us do that.
Amazing. And so that brand awareness challenge is definitely what I'm going to just fly off of that, and we're going to keep going on that one. And so that makes sense for the challenges. When it comes to actual strategy that was put in place, I know the Perpetua and Flywheel teams put together all this really incredibly complicated stuff. That's what we're known for. But I would love to talk about, from your perspective, what was it like working with the team in developing the strategy to drive that brand awareness? And from your perspective, what was the strategy?
Yeah, no, I'll start with what the strategy was and just then how the team was to work with. But I think the strategy was a bunch of different things, of course, as you sort of hit on, a bunch of complicated strategic tactics. But the first piece when we're thinking about share of voice for us was to tackle category keywords and to increase our bids there, to get more competitive. That was a big piece of our sponsored strategy. And then from there, we also looked at integrating different in-market lifestyle audiences for our DSP. And so again, moving up the funnel, which is what we needed to do. So we had a lot of lower funnel tactics. A lot of our budget was in the lower funnel. And Melanie at Flywheel was a really great partner in just helping us understand, okay, we actually need to reallocate this amount of budget to top of funnel. And then we'll have, this percentage at the bottom. And then we'll also change it in 2 to 3 weeks. So it was very much a dynamic, ongoing conversation, a lot of testing and learning, reporting back what's working, what's not. And so I think once we had some solid learnings around the DSP portion under our belt, we moved into integrating streaming TV into the plan as well. And then, of course, that's very clearly an awareness tactic. And that was really crucial for us. Definitely for our hero product, Thigh Rescue.
Very good. That all makes sense. And it's like, I love hearing that because you can tell from this conference, like such an emphasis on the full funnel approach. And then Peter, who's right in the window looking at us, was just talking about how many times can we say streaming in one go or full funnel approach, et cetera.
100%.
Was that Megababe's first kind of like dive into going harder on upper funnel or?
Yes, a gazillion %. And I think it was definitely a little bit of like a trust fall, right? We're like, we don't know if this is going to work. We really hope it does. Like we believe in the full funnel, system, right? And Amazon allows us to also measure some of that in ways that maybe other partners don't allow us to. So whether it's like branded search, whether it's like creating a retargeting audience based on that streaming TV campaign and then hitting them with our display DSP. So I think that was really exciting for us, and it made us more confident launching a more upper funnel tactic.
I gotcha. And from the notes that were in the submission, AMC audiences came into play here. And I would love to know, like, from the brand perspective, how familiar are you with like AMC? Was that something crazy coming in, or you were right on there with Melanie from Flywheel and just kind of digging in and seeing that measurability that you just mentioned?
Yeah. So AMC still remains a little bit of like this elusive black box to me in a number of different ways. But I think Melanie and the Flywheel team were really great with bringing us this opportunity proactively to integrate AMC audiences into our DSP campaign. We're always down to test and try new things. Like we're very much leaned in. And so I think when Melanie recommended this, it was an easy yes. And I think we saw some great success with those AMC audiences. And it's definitely something we would like to continue exploring, testing, learning, and leveraging in the future.
Because every human could necessarily be your target demographic, like how did you decide on who specifically to go after in those audiences within your STV in general, upper funnel kind of? Because it's like you could spew it out to everyone, but that's probably really expensive and not the most efficient strategy. Like how did you kind of narrow down those audiences?
I did none of that. That was all Melanie and the Flywheel team. But she worked really hard, I think, to analyze some of our initial in-market and lifestyle audiences, taking a look at that data. They conducted an overlap report. They looked, I think, at some AMC audiences to essentially spit out like, okay, this is going to be the most successful target in terms of driving those metrics. So it was sort of like a charcuterie board of data sources to help us make that informed decision.
I want a charcuterie board right now, honestly. But like if it has data on it, fine. But I just want the cheese and crackers. Let's be real. Okay. With all of that, everything you kind of talked about, none of this would be, well, it'd all be a cool test and learn. But it's really nice when the learning part also comes with good results. Can you tell me about like the success that you saw and the brand saw after all of this?
Yeah, this is the part where I just start like rattling numbers at you.
We love it.
So like just hold, please. I think from like a sales point of view, the increase was something around like 533% increase in attributed sales, which was huge. A 51% increase in ROAS year over year. So like that
also,
was
heck yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then a 24% increase in new to brand, a 24% increase in our market share across the anti-chafe segment specifically, which is huge. That's our hero segment. That's our bread and butter. So being able to have those measurable metrics, I think it was huge. It helped us understand that the full funnel definitely works, but definitely feel proud of the partnership with Flywheel and what we were able to accomplish with this.
And I'm assuming that has proven out that like further investing in is worth it for the brand because, if you turn it off, then you kind of lose what you've built.
No, a gazillion %. Like when we first started with Flywheel, we just had like a DSP test, right? Now we have an always on DSP strategy in partnership with Melanie. And how many times can I say Melanie? But having that always on strategy has been really beneficial. And I think as we look to next year, wanting to have an always on like streaming TV, especially for some of our other product offerings, whether it's like deodorant, anti-chafe, ingrowns, what have you, I think if we can get the right creative, that's something that we would love to really invest in.
That gets us through the majority of this submission. I would love to know, is this your first unboxed?
This is my first unboxed. Yeah.
How are you liking it so far? What are your highlights?
It's been fun. It's been overwhelming. Big fan of the banana stand.
The banana stand, yeah.
Just like bananas, all the time. It's great. I would say I loved the last keynote, the entertainment keynote, just hearing about how talent is really driving some of the excitement around Prime Video and the programming that Amazon is working on. And then the full funnel attribution announcement from yesterday, I think was really interesting. And I'm just like crossing my fingers that smaller brands will have access to that type of data and those types of learnings, because I think just empowers us to continue investing in the full funnel, which I know is Amazon's goal, but that was particularly exciting to hear about.
I am going to throw one question that's not on here at you. I do this
don't
on.
stress me out.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Okay.
Something I normally ask on our regular episodes of the podcast, but just something that's on your digital wish list. So it just means that it lives in a cart forever and ever, and you don't actually purchase it. So it can't be like the bully stick for your dog.
Oh, I have an easy one because I'm always
we're so
adding,
good.
Yeah. I'm always adding it to my cart. But you know those egg outdoor patio furniture things that swing?
Yep. Yes.
And they're like $500 for the good one, and you have to like install. I want one of those so bad.
I just want to be in my little egg and swinging back and forth.
Yes. So yeah, what is on yours?
Well, if I were to turn my computer around, you'd see about 600 tabs open that are all just things that I want. Unfortunately, something on my digital wish list is a new car, because it's just the little Subaru tab is open and it's just sitting there because
a Subi.
I have a bright red Kia Soul currently, but she's getting near 200,000 miles and she's like, I'm dead.
Okay, what kind of Subaru?
I want a Forester.
Okay, that's got the extra room.
Yes, I want a black Forester and really get into my outdoor granola girl era.
Okay, we're here for this. This is amazing. I'm manifesting a Subi for you in 2025.
Thank you so much. We appreciate this. And that wraps up another episode from our unBoxed 2024 coverage. The content is nowhere near done, so stay tuned for everything else to come. But thank you to Kirsten Smith of Megababe, and as always, thank you to the Amazon Ads team for just always innovating and allowing me the opportunity to record here. We'll see you next time.